All right, we're here at Dr. Lipov office, and I'm here with Greg, one of the first veterans we've actually treated. And Greg, as I told you, I donated $60,000 to help to heal 25 vets for my father's. It was his Father's Day and stuff like this. He's a colonel in the military, and we're just again, thank you so much for your service and stuff. And I know you've been through a lot. And you said, so we had we call this the GodShot done, where we reset the parasympathetic nervous system. And just in a nutshell, what happened? You went through. You told me the story, but you went through like a massive explosion over in Iraq where you served, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And how would you describe that trauma that happened, like right there? Like, what have you experienced since then with post-traumatic stress disorder? We also call this post-traumatic stress injury, is what we're stressing instead of it being a disorder. But what have you experienced since that?
Well, since that, especially with the PTSD, is withdrawal, seclusion.
Pulling yourself out of society?
Yeah, pulling myself out of society. It was, I've had a lot of outbursts.
Anger and stuff
anger
like this?
that, directed towards people, family and friends. I've lost some friends in it along the way because I would just flip right out, and just bark,
Right.
and it was just the smallest things that would actually set it right off. And
Has it robbed you of a lot of happiness in life?
oh yes, certainly have. I made a lot of financial mistakes and everything along the way too as well, and because of not being able to think all the way through as far as on those decisions and that, too as well.
For sure.
And it's really hard, initially even being in society. There was a couple incidences where I was in a restaurant, but of course I was in the far back corner, sitting there, and then there was a loud noise, and I pushed myself away from the table, and then I just said, oh no. I was there with the first sergeant type, yeah. And I jumped up, went racing out of the restaurant. First sergeant come running after me, and when he got to me, my eyes kind of rolled back to the back of my head. I fell backwards. I had what they think like a panic attack, induced the seizures from stress. And so I've had things like that. But it's just, I still have a lot of comprehension problems.
So your truck blew up when you were over in Iraq. There was what do you call that?
A Humvee. It was an up-armored Humvee that was, we were hit by an IED.
Man, that's really, really scary. I can't imagine going through something like that.
Yeah.
So have you tried other medications in the past, Greg? Like, what kind of things have you tried before we've done the GodShot today with Dr. Lipov? Whatever kind of procedures have you tried, interventions have you tried?
Well, a lot of things were mostly done out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and so one of the thing was is that I was so drugged up, I just didn't like the feeling
What's
of
the
not
point,
being
right?
able to feel things. I didn't like walking around numb,
Yeah.
and so a lot of that stuff I just went ahead and just stopped it, and but I started self-medicating. Really heavy in alcohol,
Yeah.
big time. A lot of times, I didn't even know how I even got home. I was just so heavy into it, and it was the only thing that really gave me comfort. And I could go out and have 10 shots, of Fire Jack or whatever, and I'd have rum and cokes on top of it along with beer. And then when I got home, I'd even have more on top of that until I can go, try to go to sleep.
So from this GodShot thing here, what have you experienced? Do you feel like your anxiety is down a little bit more right now after this procedure today?
Oh yes. I feel that right now I don't have any intrusive thoughts right now.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, it's really cool. Before I used to have those intrusive thoughts just bounce right in there. Flashbacks would be bouncing right in there, and so now it's not there at this point.
That's phenomenal.
So,
well, there's two vets here today. They're the first two of 25 that I'm donating to go ahead and have this procedure. How were you notified that the funds were available to go ahead through our gift to help you with this?
Well, actually, I just found out today about the gift. When Greg had called me and said, you know, that can I be here? And I was
Just
like,
today, huh?
Yeah, and that's what I just found out today about it. You know,
awesome.
so and then he approached me about, you know, meeting you and first, you know, with this donation and that. So now I have to do a little bit more research, you know, on this donation. You know,
That's
too, as
amazing.
well.
I'm really glad that we had the chance to meet through all this, and I want to stay in touch with you, and I really hope that this, you know, helps you long term and stuff. So you live up in here on the this area of Michigan and stuff.
Yeah, I live in Michigan. That is correct. Yes.
Gotcha. Thank
I
you.
really appreciate the opportunity that not only that you give myself, but also to the other veterans too as well.
Well, and that's what I want to. That's why I want to stay in contact with you long term. Is help bring this, you know, to the world. There's a lot of people all across the world, different nations that have gone to war and fighting and stuff that have gone through these really tough times and stuff, and that. You know, the medicine and the Veterans Affairs is not yet working with this procedure, but do you think that this is something that the VA should be really looking into instead of these medications?
Yes.
Or in conjunction with?
Yeah, I believe that anything, you know, that even if it's a combination of two things or just one thing, you know, as long as there's some light at the end of the tunnel, knowing very well that you can still have a quality of life, you know, and be able to make an impact, you know, within society itself, and be productive instead of being secluded and being, you know, just drinking our lives away.
So if this works well for you, do you have other people that are probably going to want to do the procedure as well? That
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
How many people do you think you have a lot of people that have PTSD out there?
Oh yes, yeah, certainly do. I have another buddy that's that was also hit by a roadside bomb as well, and he had TBI, PTSD, and other symptoms in that. But I also think, you know, our Vietnam veterans and that would also benefit, you know, from the program itself, or Korean, or whoever, you know, has been part of combat.
Well, I think you're here for a good reason, and it's your message to the world that we're going to get this out to and share it with the people out there and stuff like this. So I just want to say thank you again for your service, Brian, it's just a blessing that we're all able to be here today. Right. Isn't it amazing,
Yes,
right?
It is. Yes, it is.
So it's awesome. Yes. Well, thank you guys. Be watching and looking for us staying in touch with you all through all this. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you.